Circle's not for sale? Well, that's not true. You and I could buy it on the New York Stock Exchange. We can also short the ever-living hell out of it. Trump Media is going to buy a whole bunch of BTC, about 2.5 billion worth of it. What happened to all the alts, my guys and gals? Dubai's doing a project with Xrpl. Will that help out the price? We'll talk price action at the end. Schwartz talks decentralization.
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
And I'm already starting to see the knob gobblers out there on X and YouTube saying, oh, this is 4D chess. Ripple can now buy Circle. They can shut the fuck up with that crap. Do you know how much more expensive Circle is going to be that the IPO is going to release? Do you know how much more Circle is going to be once the stablecoin bill passes? Hell no. You know what Ripple's going to do? Ripple is going to focus on buying someone else. Do you know why? Because guess what I got an email on? An alert to buy the IPO, and I bet a bunch of you did as well. Which means what, everyone? Means the price of Circle is going to go through the frickin' roof. Oh, it's also going to be a little bit of early pumperoni dumperoni on the price. But before we get into that, your comments come first. Hot, spicy, naughty, relevant. Maybe I'll share it at the beginning of the next video. By the way, happy Tuesday to you all, and I hope you all had a great Memorial Day weekend, and thank you to everyone who has served, and who is serving. John Connor says, if Circle goes public, then Ripple will try to be the biggest holder, and the biggest shareholder has a lot to say so, but that doesn't help. You can be a massive shareholder all you want. The board still has the majority of control. Ripple wouldn't spend a whole bunch of money just to be a backseat driver. Ripple wants to be the primary driver. So they'll set their sights on someone else. Be careful out there because a bunch of whack-offs are going to try to sell you on some bullshit hypothesis about how, oh, this is 4D chess from Ripple. Shut up. Red Corner Ed says, the jackals that run Chain of Blocks YouTube channel tried to tell me I didn't know what I was talking about, saying Circle's not for sale. Told me I haven't read The Art of the Deal. He likes to look stupid, apparently. Circle is not for sale unless you want to buy their stock. They went public via IPO on the NYSE, girlfriend. Jamiller says, I just got the note from Robinhood waiting for pricing. Yeah, I bet you this thing is going to be expensive AF when it launches. And I bet you the first few days it is going to be really expensive, driving up the overall valuation on the company. And then, remember how Lizzie Warren did her speech about how the market cap of stablecoins is going to 10x once the stablecoin bill passes? That means companies like Circle are going to probably go way up in value as well. Meaning what? It's going to price everyone else out. Yes, everyone. That's why they're doing this. So Ripple doesn't want to spend that much for a company. They've got their own stablecoin. They're going to look for someone else who's private and try to buy them out instead. Bitcoin's in at 110,455. ETH is 2675. The knob gobblers are alive on X and YouTube. And oh, is it fucking annoying. XRP is at 234. We're going to talk about some Dubai land action along with some price action at the end. Swee's making some moves as well as along with the meme where Doge is at 22.9. Here's a chart up on the screen. Lifetime price chart. What do you think? Pump and dump? Pump and dump? Pump and dump? Whose chart is this? Let me know. I'll reveal it at the end. Here we go. BTC reclaims 110,000 as Trump Media announces a 2.5 billion BTC treasury. That's right. They want to do what Michael Saylor and Strategy are doing. On Tuesday, that's today. That's why you hit the subscribe button, biznachos. The company revealed plans to raise 2.5 billion from 50 institutional investors, with subscription agreements targeting 1.5 billion of Trump Media common stock and 1 billion in convertible senior secured notes, totally going after the Saylor strategy. The funds raised from his private placement offering will close on May 29th. According to the announcement, the proceeds offering will be used to adopt a Bitcoin treasury. Here's what they said. My view, Bitcoin is an apex instrument of financial freedom, but now Trump media will hold cryptocurrency as a crucial part of our assets. Our first acquisition of a crown jewel asset, this investment will help defend our company against harassment and discrimination by financial institutions. That's from Devin Nunes, Chief Executive Officer and Chairman of Trump Media. So no, they're not buying alts. They're buying BTC. Well, that fucking sucks. Stablecoin issuer Circle launches an IPO on the New York Stock Exchange. The IPO includes a total of 24 million shares of Class A common stock, with 9.6 million shares offered by Circle and 1.44 million offered selling to stockholders. Woo! The price is expected to be between $24 and $26 per share. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes well over $30 per share on the initial offering. The ticker symbol is CRCL, so no, they're not selling to Ripple, and no, they're not selling to Coinbase. They are going public, which means what, everyone? You can buy it, and you can short the ever-living shit out of it. I don't know if I would be shorting it, though, because if that stablecoin bill passes, you're going to see a hell of a lot of money flow into stablecoin and stablecoin issuers. Ripple CTO David Schwartz, boobala, breaks his silence on XRP decentralization after the sweet hack sparked some debate. Let's see what David says. Oh, fuck, man. This is going to totally blow my mind right here. Garlinghouse is the CEO of Ripple, a company. XRP has no issuer. All the XRP that will ever exist was created when the ledger was created. Unlike most other blockchains, Xrpl has no riverless features, so the ledger itself can't really do the initial distribution beyond anyone letting them know take as much XP as they want. As for thinking whether Xrpl is decentralized, I would suggest thinking for a few minutes about why you care whether a ledger is decentralized. Ask yourself, what do you want to be assured will happen? And what do you want to be assured what won't happen? Then think about it, what it would take for the things you don't want to happen to nevertheless happen, or the things you don't want to happen, nevertheless not to happen. That will allow you to think usefully about how decentralized something is without getting bogged down with definition. Shut the fuck up. Dude, oh, God. Oh, man. For real? Oh, God, I don't know. This is why certain people should not be allowed to talk. Here's why Dubai selected XRP over Bitcoin for its $16 billion real estate tokenization practice. Easy. You can move money super cheap on Xrpl. Under the initiative, investors can obtain fractional ownership in Dubai properties for purchasing tokenized shares tied to these properties. The minimum offer was pegged at approximately $540. Interestingly, the XRP ledger was selected, tokenizing title deeds. Notably, XRPL will support the formation of Dubai's tokenized property market, which is expected to hit $16 billion by 2033. Okay, cool. Here's the problem, though. You're not going to get rich off the gas fees because it is super cheap to move money or anything on XRPL. You look at the price of XRP, and you're like, oh, okay, it didn't really move the price. Okay. Yeah. I mean, okay. Between that and what David Schwartz says, guess what you got? You got two patties surrounding a nothing burger. Yeah, for real. First, David comes out with this whole answer of a bunch of nothingness, talking about talking in circles. And then you get the Dubai thing. Yeah, is it cool? Yeah, of course. Because it shows the utility of XRPL. But the thing is, it's so cheap to move money on that you're not going to make money on it. Do you make money on tokenization? Stellar is one of the leaders out there in tokenization. Do you see XLM holders making any money on anything that gets tokenized on the Stellar chain? No, you don't. Do you see it having any effect on the price of XLM? No, it's at 29 cents, right? I mean, just throwing it out there. So how are you going to make money on the tokenization of this stuff in Dubai if it's a fraction of a penny to move stuff on XRPL, to tokenize it? You don't make money. on that? No, because it's so freaking cheap to do. That's why they pick XRPL to do it, because it's so cheap to do, because it doesn't cost them shit to do it. So how are you going to make money on it? Is it cool? Yes. Is it great for the ecosystem to keep it relevant in the news? Yes, because it's a news article. I'm sharing it with you now. A bunch of people on YouTube shared it with you. Oh, melting faces. Yes. Grown men will cry. Yes. Is it going to help price action? No, girlfriend. But I bring you the news, good, bad, happy, or sad, and relevant. Overall in the crypto market, volume 126 billion. Altcoins were sliding backwards, 24 out of 100. Why? Because BTC is pumping on what, everyone? On the news that the Trumpito media wants to buy some BTC, just like sailors buying BTC. And no, we don't have a Trump media group. No, we don't have a strategy group buying XRP as you see with BTC. I wish we did. It would be really nice, because then you would see some juicy action. Why did they select XRP over BTC? Well, because BTC is fucking expensive and BTC is slow. XRP is cheap and fast, neither of which are helping out the price of native token. Who is that chart earlier that I showed you? It's Aptos. Pumperoni, dumperoni. Price action for XRP, range bound. What do we need? Something big. Where is it coming from? Fucked if I know, but when it happens, I'll share it with you, so hit that notification bell. Okay. So, Schwartz shared with us some, I don't know, like word gumble? Like, that didn't help anything out. The Dubai thing, it's cool. It shows you how cheap it is and how effective it is to tokenize something on the chain. Just like how cheap and effective it is to tokenize something on the Stellar chain. There's a reason players pick it, because it's cheap and easy. But it doesn't make native asset holders any money. You want to start making money? Start convincing big players out there like Trump Media Group, Michael Saylor, Metaplanet, players like that, to start buying XRP or XLM as part of their strategic reserve asset. That would really help. Things that involve native token. But you're not getting that. What are you getting? You're getting tokenization. Yes, it has the word token in it, but it's not helping native token value. It's frustrating. I know. Now, in terms of the broader market, well, let's be real here. Circle's IPO, I got a feeling it's going to go above 30. I think you're going to have a lot of players want to get into this. I think because of all the stablecoin bill action, you're going to have a lot of corporations wanting to buy into that, knowing that you have a bunch of players out there on the Democratic side of things that know that stablecoins are going to 10x. And even if the Democrats are thinking it's going to 10x, the Republicans know it's going to be big. Corporations are like, yo, so that means this is going to be really big. If we buy that stock and hodl now, we're going to make lots of money. So Circle goes IPO, and I told you so. Why? Because Circle said time and time again they want to go public, not private. Yet somehow all these channels out there kept trying to tell everyone, oh, bro, they're going to sell the Ripple. Oh, they're going to put a $20 billion bid on. No, they want to go public so they could slowly release shares out there so that Circle can retain control of their company. And so that when they need to build more money, right? If they needed to build more money, they would do what? They could release a little bit more shares in the future, which would allow them to still retain control and build the coffers up. Circle makes a lot of profit, so they really don't have to make that much more money, do they? No, they don't. So there you have it. Crypto with Klaus, news with Klaus, cafe mit Klaus, beer mit Klaus, bongs mit Klaus, and subscribe mit Klaus, so that you can get the latest news mit Klaus. And you know what else you get mit Klaus? You get Choo Biz Nachos mit Klaus, later mit Klaus, Auf Wiedersehen mit Klaus, Biz Nachos mit Klaus.